Good evening, everybody, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk. Hope everyone's having a wonderful night tonight. Beautiful day here in Brooksville, Florida. Let's see how the weather is with our other co-hosts. Starting off with Mr. Johnny O.
Weather. We got bipolar New Jersey. It's in the 40s again. Yeah. I had to put my jeans back on. Couldn't wear shorts. It's too damn cold.
Well, let's go ahead and bring on our long-lost cousin, Miss Pamela Carnes.
What's up, Miss Pam? How are you?
I'm doing okay. So good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
The weather is beautiful here. It's when it's cold for you, it's great for us. Just saying. Hate it for you. Put on them jeans, Johnny.
Yeah, I hate it.
I'm sporting blue and orange. Gator colors, of course.
Right.
How about them Gators?
Chomp, chomp. Yep.
Chomp, chomp, babies.
They did a good job.
They did. They really did. They look good. Proud of them.
A couple times they had to come back from behind too.
Most of the game they were behind, and they came back at the end and won.
Yep, we did that like every game. We're a second half team. You'd see them do it over and over. Which I don't care how they get the W, just get the W.
Yep.
And they did. I was proud for them.
Good for them Gators.
Good for the Gators. Makes me happy.
Mr. Winners.
Miss Pam, what's up, folks? Johnny O, Papa Paul, Miss Pam, what's good, love?
What's up, Winners? How are you, brother?
Man. Hey, look, it's great to see you folks. Just got upstairs, just got in the door, trying to get myself comfy and ready to talk some Dolphin stuff with you guys.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, Dolphin stuff we got, it doesn't seem to be good news again.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill, excuse my French, allegedly Tyreek Hill in a domestic violence dispute, but then I just read a report that they saying that the situation was taken care of. So I don't know what to believe right now.
Well, I read a report. It was something about his wife said she wanted a divorce and she was going to take the kids. So he picked up the kid and walked away and knocked the laptop off a table, and she started screaming, and the neighbors called, and they're on the 37th floor or something, and she told the cops she was afraid he might do something to the baby up on the 37th floor, and then it was all bullshit, and he wasn't arrested or anything. But damn, bro, keep yourself out of the news.
Family,
yeah,
listen,
but when people do that kind of thing, she knows, and I'm not saying that he didn't do anything he shouldn't have, but I am saying when she knows if she says one thing, the cops are going to come running because of who he is. They're going to, I don't know. I just think.
Well, let's keep that. Look, I'm going to call the kettle black, okay? I'm just going to sit there and say it. I don't care. Anytime there's a domestic violence dispute, they are going to believe the woman before they believe the man. And if the man is not, going to if the man does not record, have video footage or whatever, guess what? The man is going to have to go. Don't matter if it's his house. Don't matter none of that. The man is going to be the one that has to go. We just seen about a couple months ago with the brother from Kansas City that had the woman call on him, but she was the one doing the domestic violence, and she was the one trying to get this man's house. And this was a girlfriend. This wasn't even a wife. This was a girlfriend. So trust and believe. You know what I mean? We all know it's three sides to the story. It's her side, his side, and the one that the man upstairs know what's going on. That's the third side. But at the end of the day, we all know what it is. We know what it is. So I'm with Johnny O. Stay out the news for the dumb shit. Like, what's going on, man? Like, damn.
He needs to start wearing a body cam at home.
Yeah. And he knows. He ought to know. He's not a stupid man. So when you see this kind of thing going down, which he starts talking like that, turn on your cell phone, start recording. I know you got that phone in your hand. I mean, I don't know. I can't say that always, they believe the woman. I don't disagree with you, Winners, that I think that that happens a lot, but I also think it depends on who the man is. So,
If I was a regular dude, Pam, I'm gonna tell you this straight up. A regular human being that is not a celebrity, that is not in any athletic sports or professional sports or anything, they are going to tell my ass I gotta leave. And that's just how that's going now. That's real.
probably,
Or
but I've
or
seen
or
it.
or I'm getting arrested.
Right. Well, usually if they call it in Florida, or at least Brevard County, I can tell you if somebody calls on domestic violence, someone is going to jail. It's the way it is. One of them is going to jail.
Yeah,
So,
in Florida 2024, really, they passed a law that if a call is made about domestic violence, somebody is going to jail.
yep.
One or the other, somebody has to go to jail according to the way the law states.
Yep. Somebody's going. And the thing is I can just tell you I've been on the other side of it, and
Right.
you know, I can just tell you that it doesn't always go the woman's way. But I mean, I never went to jail. We'll say that. You didn't hear about an explosion in Florida jail, right?
Oh shit.
What's up, Derek? How are you, brother?
Many years ago. Hey, Derek.
Hey, what's
Hey,
going on,
Derek.
guys?
What's
How
going
y'all
on?
doing?
Derek, have you met Miss Pam?
Yeah.
Okay.
I met her there a few weeks ago, I believe.
All right.
Yep, we did. Nice to see you again, Derek. Well, sort of see you. I see the big pink D.
You see the what?
The big pink D.
Hey, this is a PG. This is a PG show, Pam. A PG show. Okay, Lord have mercy.
Even the children can see the pink D.
Oh man.
I just came to spice y'all up a little bit.
Yeah.
Miss Pam, you do that.
Absolutely.
Hey, John, you have a good time on your cruise?
Yeah, we had a very good time.
I wanted to do that real bad.
Hey, we're having another one next year, March 1st to March 8th or 9th, whatever it is.
Love it. Got to get your funds in order for me. I'm saying for me, got to get the funds in order at just the right time. And sometimes crap happens.
I might have to look into that one next year.
Yeah, I forget all the stops. It's going Dominican, Bahamas. There's one that starts with a T. I forget the name of it.
Tortula.
Yeah, that one. And I forget the fourth one.
Nice.
Maybe like St. Thomas or.
Yeah, I think that was it, St. Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that's where I want to go. I want to go to St. Thomas. My wife and I was looking at it, and I'm like, that would be a good idea.
Dude, come hang out with us. We had a great time.
Dominican is one of my favorite places. I love, the excursions. You go snorkeling and everything. The Dominican people are beautiful people, and they're a lot of fun. And of course, the water is gorgeous, and they make great beer in Dominican.
I heard that. No, real shit. I've had family
Mhm.
that's gone a couple times, and they said that same thing, that they have some good beer in the Dominican Republic. I said,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, I've been to
The food is
Dominican like
always
10
good.
times, so.
I've
Nice.
been with you too. I love Dominican.
My wife loves St. Thomas.
It is beautiful. It is beautiful. All I ever want to do on any of those things is a water excursion where I get to get in the water. That's the only thing, that I love.
Well,
Nothing hot.
I just love cruising, period.
Me too. It's a lot of fun.
So, anybody got any news on our sorry Dolphins?
Well, we're not sorry yet. It's fresh. I mean, as much as we are saying that we're sorry and all that, it's not the expectation that a lot of the fans are really looking forward to. But I'll say this: that I haven't heard anything new. I mean, like Johnny O says, and we all say, it's slow this time of year. We're like 2 weeks away from the draft. So right now it's like a standstill of news. We're just getting all the bad news that we don't really want to hear.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like we don't want to hear about players being in the domestic violence assaults and accidents and situations and stuff like that. No, and I don't mean just for the Miami Dolphins. I mean any football team, right? Any sport. I don't want to hear that. Like, there's no
Yeah.
room for domestic violence. I've always sat there and said this. I've gotten into some heated arguments with women I've been in relationships with. Never once I ever thought about raising my hand. And if it felt to a point I was that angry, I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm just out. There's no coming back. There's no sleeping on the couch. I'm going. I don't care how cold it is. I don't care how much it's raining. I'm going. I've done it. I've just literally, I mean, I've walked miles and I got to where I needed to be because I was out and I was safe. You know what I mean? So,
Getting yourself
I
out
don't
of the situation.
absolutely like,
Hmm.
I was taught very well. My father, my mother, my stepfather, and stepmother at one point in time have taught me life lessons that I've always carried with me to this day and beyond today. So I know for a fact, I mean, I wish everybody well, and I really do, because the last thing you want to hear or see is situations or things like this. You just
That's
don't want
right.
to see stuff like this. You just don't.
Shout out to Jorge and Radimus.
Was
What's up, guys?
Are they on Facebook?
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Okay. Because I'm looking on YouTube. So let me pull that one up too. Facebook.
That's my
So
brother. That's my brother from Allentown. What's going on, brother? And Jorge always is a huge supporter. They're both good and huge supporters of the show. We appreciate both of you guys supporting the show all the time. And to the others that are watching, thank you for taking your time out and watching us on Wednesday night. For real, we do
hey
appreciate
everybody.
it.
Hey. So
Oh,
John, tell me about your baby that just made an appearance.
oh, the puppy. I'm like,
Yeah.
you said the baby. I'm like, what do you know that I don't know?
I heard stuff
I,
happened on that cruise, John.
no, I'm not Tyreek.
I got it on the down low.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
that's
sure.
one. That's one of my son's dogs. He's got two of them, a white one and a black one, and that was the white one, Hannibal. So
Hannibal.
yeah, I think they're about full grown. They're like what Hannibal, I think, is 33 pounds, and Quincy's 35.
Oh,
Yeah, they're about done. So
sweet pups. That
yep,
was so sweet. Came up to give you a kiss.
yep. Well, I turned the phone. I'm like, "Do you want to see everybody?"
Oh,
It was
he can
cute.
be a superstar. He can be a superstar. We got no problems. Pets are
That's
allowed on the
right.
show too.
Hey, if we put them on here and we get more viewers, no problem.
That's right. Whatever it takes. That's right.
Well,
That's
it's
right.
better looking than that bearded wonder.
Nice, thanks. Our hair is about the same color.
We don't mind being podcast hosts. We'd be a podcast host.
Mhm.
Whatever it takes. Oh, y'all
I,
kill
And
me.
definitely. And talking about podcasts, shout out to the Jersey Boys podcast. I wasn't able to make it this week on the Jersey Boys. I was asked to come on their show and I wasn't able to do it this Thursday. But those guys, even though that they're Giants fans, they do talk about sports as well. Give them a tune in. They're on Thursday nights between 8 and 9, 8 and 9, I think, if I'm correct.
yes, it's 8 and 9. I was
I
Definitely.
gotta tell you,
invited on also, and I couldn't make it either.
Yeah, I
I
got
will
things I got to
always
do too.
have a soft spot in my heart for Giants fans. Always,
Mm.
you know, saving our perfect season, not
Oh, of
letting the
course.
Patriots have it. There will
Of course.
always be a little spot in there.
Listen, I've always told you talking about that. I've always said that I got a soft spot. Everybody thinks that I hate the Eagles because I'm a Dolphins fan, and I tell them the story about what the Eagles organization did for us when we played against the Eagles here in Philly a couple years ago, and got those standing room ticket only tickets for us, and that was beautiful. They didn't have to do that, but shout out to Dolph Freaky, aka Mrs. Ali Goodman, for working her magic and making things done. And shout out to Stephen D for putting together a great event as well. And to everybody that helped out. But that was, I've told people, I said, I'll never hate the Eagles. I said, especially when I tell people the story and they're like, wow, really? I'm like, yeah, And I'll be honest with you, I think Johnny O can agree with me. I think, yeah, I had a great fucking time. I
Oh
really
yeah,
did.
yeah.
You know,
No, I mean the organization treated us well. Most of the fans were good. You had a couple of them that were idiots, but
but that's everywhere though. That's
right.
that's everywhere. And I'll be honest with you, I started laughing because I told Eagles fans, I said, "You guys calmed down a lot since you guys won a Super Bowl," and they started laughing. But I said, "It's the fucking truth. It really is. If you came up, Johnny O can probably relate to this. Derek can probably relate to this too. If you came to Philadelphia to a game before the Eagles won a Super Bowl, man, you better be prepared. You really better be prepared for real." Because Eagle fans, I'm gonna tell you this, Philly fans are some of the roughest fans to be around. But I'll say this to you: if you know your shit and you talk your shit with respect, we respect you a lot. In Philly, we will respect you. You can talk your shit. It's just certain things you just don't say.
Like Philly
you know.
sucks, like that. That's not
I
good.
mean, basically, yeah. I don't think that's not a good idea, Pam. That's not a good idea
Yeah.
because I'm still Phillies, Flyers, and Sixers. You know what I mean? I still root for those teams, and I tell anybody I got into it, and Tom will tell you about the guy I got into it in with the Yankees game, and everybody thought I was going to fight the dude in the rows.
Right.
But it was a communication that me and him understood, and people didn't understand that. And then like when I dapped them up and hugged them, everybody looking like I thought they were about to kill each other. I'm like, no, you guys
Right.
just don't understand. Like they just didn't understand. Like he was from Queens and I'm from Philly, and I told him, you're not coming to Philly talking that let go Yankee shit, talking all this shit in my city. You're not doing that.
Right.
What I mean? Sometimes you gotta lay the law down. And then after a while, I say, yo, have a good night, be safe. And they're all looking around like, well, what the fuck happened? I said, y'all don't understand,
Right. Yeah.
you know. And so
Well, I mean, that's good that it turns out like that. I know that Philly is a rough place to go to a game if you're not a Philly fan, and maybe even if you are a Philly fan, I don't know, but I know my aunt and uncle had to get escorted out of there, and I know they weren't running their mouth, um,
no,
but they were
probably
Dallas
not.
fans. They were in there, and Dallas
Oh my
won, and that
God. There you
was
go. That
yeah,
right there. That right. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Even though that Philly now has two Super Bowls, they can't stand Dallas. But here's the funniest part. Here's the reverse of this. Because all my best friends are a lot of my best friends and family are Eagle fans. Now, one of my brothers, went down to Texas. And he went to Texas and he had his Eagles gear on. And don't you know they bought this man all drinks throughout the whole night, was talking shit with him and everything, and he was looking like, and the Dallas fans said, "It's not us, it's you guys.
right,
We know what it is." Like
right,
the Dallas fans was telling them like, "You guys hate us so much. We don't have any disdain against you guys," and they don't. They fucking don't. That's the funniest part. And my boy said, "Yo, I got drunk literally for free." I started laughing. He said he bought one drink, and then everybody from that point on, all Dallas fans was buying them drinks for the rest of the night.
wow,
And he like his whole outlook just changed because they even was talking about, oh well, I remember when they had the rivalry games from years from like the '80s and stuff like that, and
yeah,
he's just looking and he was just so in awe because he really thought that the hate was real with them as well, and it wasn't. It wasn't at
right,
all. So sometimes when people think like, because for example, I work with a Jets fan, and I told him, I said, dude, I said, listen, we're good from now until August. Once the Hall of Fame game plays, It's JETS sucks, sucks, sucks. I already told them that.
Yeah. Yep.
Every time I see you, I'm telling you, y'all suck. I said,
Suck,
right
suck,
now,
suck.
you're safe. I told him, I said, you're safe right now. You're safe. This is off season. The draft is coming up. I'm not gonna mess with you. But when August comes, that first week of August, when the Hall of Fame game plays, is JETS sucks, sucks, sucks. And I'm telling him that he
Every
started
time.
cracking up. He said,
Yeah,
yo, you a true Dolphin fan. I said, yes, I'm a true Dolphin fan.
that's right. I think the worst thing that I experience with other fans, I've only gone to like Jacksonville for a game, that wasn't a home Dolphin game. So I've never actually
Mhm.
been to another stadium. But the worst part that bugs me is the disrespect and the attitude that people have coming into Dolphin Stadium like they own the damn place and sitting there as a Dolphin fan in our stadium and being the minority sometimes. It's like, it sucks.
Well,
And
you know
the
what happens with that,
disrespect.
Pam? You know what happens with that? Not to cut you off. Alcohol has a play. Sometimes alcohol has a play with that. And then what's so fucked up is we are diehard fans. Every single one of us on this
Yep.
panel are diehard fans. You just
Yep.
got some fans that are, oh, I might go to the game. I might not go to the game, or I'm just not
Right.
going to go to the game. And it's just and I'm not saying that is some of our fan base. A lot of our fan base will watch it from TV. You know what I mean? And listen, I'm not knocking nobody's financial situations. I'm not knocking none of that. I'm not, because times is hard. But in the same sense, you do have people like Russell said. You never got a chance to meet my brother Russell Hotman. Hopefully he'll come on the show. If not later tonight, maybe on Sunday. But I went to New England to the game with him at New England at Gillette Stadium. And Pam, I'm gonna be honest with you. Did some of the fans mess with us? Not really. Like they were like literally we were having great conversations. Like they like the one guy came up to me and said, "How you like those banners right there?" Because we were sitting literally like the first 100 levels, so we were not far away from the field at all. So I told him, I said, "Yeah," I said it would be nice if we put asterisks next to every single one of those banners. And he started laughing. And he's like,
That's
"Oh my
right.
God." I said, "Dude, you guys got caught cheating not once but twice, and it was world news. And you still saying that? You're still sitting there claiming that y'all champions." I said, just like how Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, and Barry Bonds has asterisks next to those Hall of Fame or the home runs and all that, so should the New England Patriots for all six of those Super Bowls. Because y'all got caught with your hand in the cookie jar, not once, but twice. I said, you can't sit there and knock it.
Three
So
times.
three
Yeah,
times,
three
my bad.
times. And
Three
and not
times.
only that, do we think that they got caught every time they were doing it?
Hell no.
That would just be
No.
stupid. So every
Mhm.
one of those Super Bowls needs a little asterisk by it because once a cheater, always a cheater. Just
Mhm.
saying.
So
And
yeah,
I
so
was at the last no, it wasn't this past season. It was the previous season. I was at a Cheatriot game in Miami, and we were just surrounded by Cheatriot fans. And of course, there's all these dudes and they're just running their mouth, and I can't just let it go. I can't let it go. And I'm giving them what for. I'm right back in their face and I'm just saying crap. And one of the wives was in front of me. She turns around and she looks at me. She goes, "Will you come home with me?" She liked me putting her husband in his place.
Miss
I'm like,
Pam,
"Yeah, babe, I got you."
Miss Pam, if I was to ever see you let something go, I would think you were sick and have to
Yeah,
call the
yeah. I'd be calling 911.
911. She is not feeling right. That's right. I just, but that wasn't that bad. They, like I said, I was giving it back to them, but sometimes, wasn't they said, "I'm gonna give it, I'm gonna give it back to you."
Pam, you got a lot of reverb coming back.
Yo, she was making remix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
Like a remix.
Yeah.
Is that your husband? Is that your husband who just walked behind you?
Yeah, in
Tell
his
him,
bright green shirt. He was on the golf course this afternoon.
tell him we said hello.
Yeah, so I'm saying what's up.
He's saying hello back.
You heard him. He said hello.
Yeah, hello.
Man, I wish I
Yeah,
was on the golf course today.
Yeah, he's in a league
Wait
after
till you
work
get to Florida,
on
Derek.
Wednesdays.
Well, Papa Paul.
Wait till you get to Florida.
Oh, I know it can't come soon enough.
How's everything going with that, Derek?
I mean, we got quite a few people just keep coming to view it, but nobody's made an offer yet. And I dropped it down like $5K, and we got a bunch more stuff. But I don't know. Worst comes to worst, I'll rent it. We're still coming down no matter what. We just might have to rent for a little bit.
Right.
But
So you've got your house up for sale, Derek?
yeah, we're
How
moving to
long has it
Jackson.
been on the market?
26 or 27 days. It hadn't been very many, not even a month yet.
Yeah. Sometimes you go off for a week. You know, you got people that are just waiting a lot of times to lowball you. And so, you know, they may be interested, but they're just like waiting. Sometimes you take it off the market for a week. You know, then they get scared. And then you come back up at the price that you already said you dropped it $5,000.
Yeah, I just brought
take
it.
it off for a week.
Yeah, we're with the realtor. She said just give it time. They've had a lot of people. We've got a bunch of lowball off, like investors call on it. But our market up here is kind of weird. We're back. The worst part is we only have one bathroom. The house is a smaller house, but like you said, I have 3.5 acres, and it's just going to take a select buyer because we're not right in the city. But we've had a lot of people come out, and they want the brand new house and the big yard. And one people come out the other day, they were like, well, we love the acreage, but it's not flat. I'm like, well, if it was flat, the price probably would have went up another $100,000.
Hell yeah. Oh,
You know what I mean?
that.
Like come
Yeah.
on now. Like, it's just, I don't know. The market's just funny.
Tell them you can make it flat. All it takes is money.
Right?
People wanting you to, I mean, like, come on. That's so stupid. It's not
Yeah.
flat.
So we're coming down. I'll actually be down there not this weekend, but next weekend. I'm coming down to see Papa Paul, and then we're going to more house hunting and stuff. I'm going to hopefully try to put an offer in for something again. We got about 30 more houses. Didn't realize it was Easter weekend because we had all the deaths in the family, and we normally go to North Carolina for a week and with family and vacation, but that just got all turned upside down. And so then
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, very sorry.
And then, yeah, I appreciate it, guys. And then I booked it to come down and was like, oh, shoot. The one family member said, that's Easter, right? I'm like, oh, shoot. So we'll be in a hotel for Easter, but hey, I get to come see Papa Paul the day before Easter. So
Yep.
it's going to be a good trip.
You'll love it out there. He's got a nice place. You'll love it.
He's going to be out in the country where I want to be.
That's where he is. Yep. He's out there. He's got him a nice piece of land, and it's very nice out there.
Yep, Miss Pam's been here before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm not stressing. And I got people that are already willing to rent up here. So we got to come down there, let Hunter get his feet in the door with Jacksonville University and stuff like that. And then maybe, he might want to transfer 2 more years from somewhere, let him get started, and then we can move farther south, or, I'm definitely staying in Florida, but, I'm definitely coming. This Mother Nature up here is driving me nuts. 1 minute,
You ain't saying nothing,
1 minute,
brother.
80 degrees, and next minute, tomorrow to walk out of the house, we got a damn frost on the window. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I pull the winter jacket back out. I'm like, this is frustrating.
Yeah. You ain't
We've
saying
kind of
nothing.
been the same way, not with frost, but it, one day it's 90 and the next day it's 72. What I'm telling you is, though, brace yourself for June, July, August, September. Brace yourself, Because woo-wee. Florida in the summer, which is half our season, is not fun. It's bad.
Yeah, it'll take
And
a
you're
little bit to get used to, but I like it. I like it hot. Ever since I've had all these surgeries and stuff, I like it hot. But
well,
it's
good.
definitely gonna take an adjustment. But I will take 90-degree days every single day the rest of my life. I would not complain. If I don't have to see that 4-letter word snow anymore, I'll be so thankful.
Hey, they snowed in Florida this year. Watch your mouth.
Yeah, it did. It snowed
Hey,
It
it was
pretty
did.
flurries.
big, as a matter of
It was
fact.
It
flurries in
snowed. Yeah,
Jacksonville.
yeah. It snowed. It snowed. It snowed in Jacksonville. It did
Yeah,
snow in
Hmm.
Jacksonville. Yeah,
yeah.
they
They
got
shut
snow
all
in
the bridges
Jacksonville.
down.
Yeah, snow in Pensacola. I was surprised. I was like, holy smokes.
On the
And
ground.
there
Like
was
on the ground.
there was
And the
about 6
beach.
inches of snow on the beach in Pensacola.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Up where my buddy Austin lives, I think they said they got like 5 or 6 inches of snow. They were shocked.
Yeah.
There was a
Yeah.
lot of places.
Yeah, and it was gone within hours or by the next day.
Right.
No, it actually stayed around for a couple days.
Couple days. Yeah, couple.
You guys got more snow than we did.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they shut down Jacksonville Airport. Like we got an email or a alert, and it was like, "Hey, we're shutting the airport down. We'll let you guys know when we open back up." They don't have plow trucks or nothing, so like, it was shut down for 2 days.
Yeah. No need for plow trucks normally around here. They don't know what to do with that.
Right.
Oh,
So
but
is
they,
that where you're moving? Is the Jacksonville area?
Yeah. Yeah. Just temporary. Well, we might stay there until Hunter gets done school, and then he can decide what he wants to do, and then we'll see where it takes us.
One of the best places to go to a game is Jaguar Stadium. I mean, that you can stay in a hotel on the Riverwalk area and take a water taxi over to the game. It's a very cool place to go to a game.
Nice.
there ain't much parking around there. You got to walk a ways for parking.
Yep.
That's what
That's
they
why
were
you go
saying
by
down there.
boat. But you still have to walk a long ways from the boat. But that's the coolest way I ever went to a game was by boat.
I'm excited for the AEW wrestling with it being the hometown right there, and like
Oh, dude, you're right there. Deli's place. Yeah,
yeah, it's not
whenever they have it
WWE,
at Deli's place. Yeah.
but
Talking about that, I actually went to the pay-per-view this weekend, so I'll talk about that on Saturday with
oh,
Jake
nice.
Money. But it was, yeah, Dynasty pay-per-view. It was good, but it was a long-ass pay-per-view, Derek. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother.
I missed it,
Oh
man.
my
It sucked.
God.
I didn't even get a chance to watch it or whatever. So
Oh, dude, if it's not, it should be on the box. If not, I'll send you the link that you can sit there and watch the replay.
yeah, I need to. I didn't know if it was on my box or not. I haven't looked to see.
Yeah,
So
see if it's on the box. If not, just I'll give you a website. You can go right on it, and you can actually watch the replay. It's on the website. I go on and watch my wrestling.
yeah, I haven't even got a chance to watch too much of the wrestling. For WWE. I've kind of missed it, and it's WrestleMania in 2 weeks.
It's
I'm caught
good.
up on a little
I
bit,
don't
but
want to spoil it. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but it's pretty good right now.
yeah, I know it's Cena turning on us.
Mhm.
But just with this whole Netflix thing, and just everything a bit so busy up here trying to get everything constant keep moving. So it's hard to believe I'll hopefully be down there in 3 months. So
Nice.
3
I don't
months
know.
be just in time for training camp.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a pretty good drive though, from Jacksonville to Dolphin Stadium to that area. It's a pretty good drive.
It's it's like 4.5 hours, ain't it? 4.5 hours, something like that.
I'd say at least 5, because it's a solid 3, maybe a little more from where I am, and I'm basically 2 hours, maybe an hour and 45 minutes from Jacksonville. Just depends on where you're going in Jacksonville, but
Right. I'm trying to look down. We're looking close to the school, the Arlington area, or we're gonna be or down south. North, I wanted some property. There's just nothing up there yet.
Right.
People don't want to get rid of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff on the west side, but that's where like the Moncrief and all that area, it's still pretty rough over there. They're trying to clean it up, but they're building all their mid houses. But
Say hi.
Hi. Hi,
Yeah.
baby. Hi, baby.
That's Quincy.
Quincy's talking to us.
Yep.
Yeah, Derek, maybe your son should consider going to USF.
Yeah.
yeah,
FSU, not FSU, Pam, USF.
I know USF, the Bulls. I know.
Well, here's Tampa.
Hello again. Hello.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hi.
Where's my manners? I gotta congratulate Pam and the Florida Gators. As much as I don't want to, because I'm a Duke fan, but I'll give my congratulations to her.
I'm wearing my
And
blue
shout
and
out,
orange.
yes, and shout out to Johnny O and his Lady Huskies for winning the national
Oh,
women's
yeah,
national
hey.
championship.
Hey,
wasn't that UConn's like 12th championship or
Listen,
something like that?
man, I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
something.
12 since 1995. So 30 years
Every
they've won 12. They've won 12 of them.
Every time you think you can count them out, you can't count them out. You gotta have them, and you gotta have them right there. You have to.
They've been
Every
a powerhouse for a long time. Yep.
And then they had the one lady that's the one woman. She went to like championship games for 5 different, or made it down to like the final 4, 5 different teams. What was her name? Paige something.
No, Paige has been on the team. This is her 5th year on the team.
Mhm.
She blew her ACL out and missed an entire year. So this was year number 5, her senior year, and they won a championship. So
Wow.
Well, shit. If I'm correct, Johnny O, you had 3 players, and I forgot what years it was, but they won the national championship all 4 years that they were at UConn.
yeah, that was why Stewie was there.
Yeah. Brianna Stewart and all of them.
Yep. They
Never
won 4.
mind.
They won 4 straight with Stewie
4
there.
straight. Mm.
Well, that is an amazing accomplishment, and I was definitely proud of my Gators. I can tell you that it was, it's so when you're passionate, it's always so nerve-wracking, right? Whether it's my Gators or my Dolphins, I'm always like,
I don't know. The Lady Huskies wasn't nerve-wracking. They blew them out.
Well, that's the way to do it. That's the most fun games to watch is when you blow somebody out. But the Gators, every time, we would be behind or, just hanging in the first half. But the second half, that is where they just came alive. And the defense, it was amazing what those guys were doing. So I was super proud, and, it was rocking around here. It sounded like a Dolphin game was on. I was screaming and yelling. I know y'all were
Pam, scream and yell, never.
I'm so quiet.
Yeah. Bullshit. A bullshit.
Pick your feet up. Pick your feet up. It's getting deep up in here.
You ain't never lied.
Waiters on.
That's right. All the way up. So the puppies were cute, John. I'm glad you were putting them on camera. They're adorbs.
Yeah, they come down and visit. And the cat's sleeping on top of the couch over here.
Oh. So they're just visiting. You're babysitting?
No, my oldest son, he still lives at home. He's got the 2 dogs, the cat, a lizard. So
Awesome.
Let's take a quick commercial break, fellas and ladies.
What's up, y'all? This is Chef Jew. Looking for a great chef for your next catering party, private party, office party, etc. with welcome watering meals and desserts? Let Chef Jew Catering and Sweet Treats take care of it for you at an affordable price. Call me at 786-804-4614 8096. Also, reach me at chefjuicecatering@gmail.com. Direct message on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Juice Catering. Chef Juice Catering and Sweet Treats. Food with a passion. We do it all.
Chef Jew, Miami-Dade, Palm Beach area. Get his sweet treats and good eats.
And he's an awesome guy on top of it. Great chef, awesome dude. Just love him. I have to tell you what I was making for dinner. So my brother told me he went to a Big Head Todd concert. I don't know if you know Big Head Todd, but it's a good concert. Anyways, he went to this restaurant and they had hot honey chicken on deviled eggs as an appetizer.
That sounds good.
I know, right? So
Damn.
I had to make me some hot honey chicken with deviled eggs, and our chickens are Bantam chickens, so the eggs are like this big. You talk about labor intensive. You know how really fresh eggs are hard to peel?
Yes.
And they're little. So I'm like, it's so labor intensive. But I got a whole plate of deviled eggs, and I've got the fried chicken over there, and I got the hot honey. So that's what we're having for dinner.
My wife always says you're probably peeling them fresh laid eggs.
Oh man, they're hard to peel. They're hard, but and you add in the fact that these are tiny. They're really little. It's so
We
such
had
a pain in the butt.
today.
Obi turned a year old now.
Oh boy,
He's a
big
big
baby.
old boy. Yeah, he is. He's so sweet. He's such a good boy. He's gonna kill somebody over here, I guess. Obi.
Well, if we don't have any other news, we're probably going to call it a short night, really.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
There's nothing really going on in the football world, so.
Hey Pam, here's I got something to show you here. Hold on a second.
Okay.
See if it'll come on. Hold on. I can figure out how to swap it. There's some turtles. Can you see them?
Oh, yes. Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah. Kelly's over here somewhere. The little one.
Put it on the side.
Oh, hey. Hey, little feller. Hey. Oh, they're so cute. I got a pond of soft shells over here.
Yeah, it's the wife. She's had the one. It's how old's Max now?
99.
She got Max in 99. He's like 20. He's 26 years old.
Oh my
The
gosh.
size of a quarter. And then now he's like, I don't know. He's about the size of a football helmet now.
Wow.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
I didn't know they lived that long. That's really cool. Thanks for showing me.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah, and then we've had some of the bigger stuff too. Some of the big turtles and stuff.
Derek, he's a Dolphins fan, right?
Who? Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Is it like a little box turtle?
The red-eared sliders.
Red-eared sliders. Okay.
And then a painted turtle. They're water turtles. They can be outside and they can eat, but when they eat, they got to be underwater.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a pond out back, and I've got soft shell turtles.
You have any snapping turtles?
We have painted, no snapping. We do have alligator turtles around here, and of course, a lot of gopher turtles. Those are protected. But yeah, the soft shells, that's what, some people would eat them.
Yes.
That's where I need a yard so we can build something outside so they can walk around outside and still have
let them have
toy
their
pond. Yeah, they'll love it out there.
Nice.
Hey, but the beginning of the show, you guys were talking about the domestic violence. What player got in trouble? I haven't even been online to look at stuff.
Tyreek.
Oh, God. Here we go again.
Here we go again.
No, it's if you read the report, it says that nothing came of it. He wasn't arrested. There was nothing filed because supposedly the wife was overreacting and just trying to get him in trouble.
Oh, okay.
Well,
He's always got some kind of drama.
actually, the mother-in-law called the police.
Well,
And
so there's different reports. One says the mother-in-law they're in an apartment because the house fire, so they're on the 37th floor. And one of the reports said the neighbor called because they heard screaming.
Oh my!
I was
Like that's the first time.
mother-in-law called the police because she was worried,
Right.
and a laptop computer got either knocked down or thrown down on the floor, and then he took his baby out on the balcony, and that was it.
I just know he needs to have his head right. He better step up for this season. We really need him. But I still have hope. I think because we're 0-0, I honestly think we're gonna do all right. I think we're gonna have a pretty good draft, and then I think we're gonna pick up a lot of free agents after June 1.
It'll be really interesting to see what we do with the draft. I mean, that is going to tell us so much. And until then, I don't think we're going to know a lot.
Right, which we're a couple weeks. Well, yeah,
I know who I'd like to see drafted and all, but I've discussed it with Dolphin winners before. I think somehow we're going to screw this up.
Mm-hmm.
or at least find the guy that's injured.
What makes you think that?
Past history, Miss Pam. Past history.
I like that laugh, Pam. I love that laugh. You know why your ass is laughing right now, because we all seen this shit
Because
before.
it's true.
It's fucking true. We all know
That's
it's fucking
right.
true.
Because it's true. Absolutely. Derek, what's your wife's name?
Jessica.
Jessica. Hi, Jessica. I hope to get to meet you soon.
Miss Pam, you won't like her.
She's a Bills fan.
Oh, that's all right. I'm very persuasive.
She only roots for Buffalo because she grew up in Buffalo, so I got to give her that. But she's put Dolphin stuff on before, which is good. That right there shows you're not a true Bills fan if you're putting Dolphins gear on.
I can work with that. I'm very persuasive.
She's not big into football and all that, but hey, she'll go with me when I need somebody.
That's awesome.
Eric, if you want to bring any of her Buffalo stuff down, I do have a fire pit that we do burn things in.
Right? Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Yeah, but does shit burn well?
What, Jess?
Not really.
Okay.
What's up, Shake Money?
What's up, Shake?
Shake.
What's up, Jake?
Nostra.
How about them Gator Shake? Whoop whoop. Go Gators, Shake Money. Yeah, baby. Hey, John.
Paul, what time's the Earth Day party celebration thing? Did you say it's after start 2:00 and on, or was it 1:00?
1:00, 2:00 and on, anywhere in there.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as I land, like I said, I'll be reaching out to you as soon as I land to give you an ETA.
No problem.
I can't wait, dude. I'm looking forward to everything that's going on at work, and then now they cut my position. I only got a few more months to go. I'm ready to get a fresh start.
I know I got at least 3 people that are bringing tents to spend the night and stuff.
Yeah, I would stay down that way, but I already booked a hotel back up the other way, and it's like I might as well just stay at the hotel.
Well, you're used to driving, so.
Yeah, I drove another 5 hours today.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it's
You got
pretty
another job lined up there?
I got some stuff going on. I got the competitor I'm possibly going to, and then I applied for some stuff at the city of Jacksonville and stuff. So we'll see, like the roads department, like a maintenance technician and all that stuff. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll all pan out. I mean, I got CDLs and stuff, so I'm pretty good with my hands. So, and I'm really good with people. I could talk to a stranger on the side of the street. It wouldn't matter to me. So I'm an outgoing person, so I don't think I'm going to have too much trouble.
Yeah, you say that till you get down there and deal with all the people who live in Florida and their brains are baked because of the heat.
Yeah.
snowbirds that came down here and stayed.
That's it. That's our biggest problem.
That's why every soda starts with a Florida man.
But hey, that's some good stuff.
exactly.
That's entertaining. You got to have somebody's got to keep you on the ball. Somebody's got to keep it interesting. Once a week, our local radio station does a Florida man, and I'm like, the sad part is a couple of them things that these people do probably could be me. That's what's scary.
Well, if you move further down, my husband works out of the Space Center.
Where do you live at in Florida?
I live in a little rural community called Mims, but I'm north of Titusville. That's probably the place that you might recognize, Titusville, but it's the Space Coast.
I know where Mims is.
We're a little tiny area, but actually not as tiny anymore. Lots of people are moving here.
Now,
We're
how
just
far is
south
that
of Daytona.
Oh, not far from Daytona?
Yeah, we're about 45 minutes from Daytona.
Okay. So
South.
that's
Florida, so I know all the small towns in Florida.
Yeah.
so. What are you about an hour from Orlando, or a little less than that, or no?
It depends on where you're going in Orlando. Orlando keeps moving east, so you could be there in 30, 40 minutes in Orlando. But
Right.
if you're going, West Orlando, obviously it's further. It just depends on where you're going. But yeah,
Right. Work
we're
off of
almost
me.
directly across.
Yeah,
Work offered me a job in Orlando, but I'm not trying to be in Orlando whatsoever. And then it's too far from our son's school when he's going to.
Yeah, you don't want to be in Orlando.
Yeah, I
Trust
don't
me.
want to be. I've been down in there, and it's I'll pass. They couldn't pay me to work down there.
Yeah, it's not a great place. The Space Center is a much better area. Our area is a pretty good area, but everything is being taken over. Florida used to be about hunting and fishing and boating, and now it's about parking lots.
Right.
So
That's why I said it won't be long until, like you said, Jacksonville. I mean, I didn't realize going down there. It's the Duval County is the largest county in the country.
yeah, it's huge. It's
massive.
all
I'm
of
like,
that.
my goodness.
Yep.
Jacksonville has the largest city limits in the United States.
Yep, it's huge.
Look who joined, Shake Money himself.
Hey,
What's up,
Hey,
Jake?
what's up, Shake?
What up, Shay?
Go Gators, Shake. Go Gators.
Go Gators, baby.
Yeah.
At least somebody in Florida can win something, right?
Yeah.
It hadn't been the Dolphins. And it's going
Panthers,
nowhere.
baby. Don't like the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers. That's right.
Well, yeah, the Panthers. Yeah, at least there's some of the Heat and Dolphins ain't doing anything anytime soon.
Yeah.
I know my Lightning has a Stanley Cup not that long ago.
And the Heat have a couple championships, so I mean, you can't. People have seen them win. They haven't seen the Dolphins win.
Right.
Not at all.
I did.
At all.
Hey, listen, I seen the Dolphins win. It was with the VHS, but still, I seen them win.
Yeah, you ain't never
I seen
lied.
highlights on NFL Rewind.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it. I saw it for real, but man, it's been a while. Starting to fade.
What's on your show this week, Shake?
Oh,
That's my
Yeah,
girl right here.
I got Ali. I got Ali the Persian coming on. Ali Thursday.
Yeah,
yeah.
I got my brother, Mr. Winters, in the building Saturday. He's my co-host for Wrestling Talk.
I can't wait to talk about the pay-per-view. I was telling them earlier.
Nice.
Yeah, I need that link. I'm a John Moxley fan. I love it.
Well, I'll say this. I'm going to tell you this, and I won't want to spoil it. I will just say that it was not a lot of happy people in Philadelphia at the end of that pay-per-view, and I don't.
Oh
want to
yeah, I've seen it. He still won it, but I'm like,
no. And here's the thing: it's not for the reasons people think it is. It's trust me. I'm going to do a nice rundown on Shake's show because I was there front and center, and I'm like I said, boy oh boy.
Did you guys see that?
I love that.
I picked that up in Mexico. I picked this one up in Mexico. It's a
That's nice.
and then I picked up that one in Mexico.
Dude,
Nice.
Cosmo has some of the best signs. I got like a beer opener sign. I got all kinds of stuff from Mexico.
These two, actually, they're all Costa Maya.
John, are they magnets or what?
No, they hang on the wall. They got the little hooks on the back. I just haven't hung them up yet. I got all kinds of stuff. I spent so much money on dolphin stuff and, different bags.
Funny that in Mexico, I know our Mexican dolphin fan clubs are big. I wonder if it has anything to do with that. Wow.
No, it's just the ports of call, but they happen to have a lot of NFL stuff. So
cool.
Yeah.
I remember, I don't know if they still do it, but I remember Miami Sports Music was hosting Miami Dolphins, which was a Mexican Dolphins podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a good podcast too.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I understood a single thing they were saying,
Yeah.
but they were very good. That was a really good podcast.
Yep. Yeah, I got a pretty cool clock where it was like an old glass bottle. They melted down, and then they put like the dolphin stuff around it, and then it's pretty neat. I just have everything packed up.
Right.
But
I'm always repping. I always got something somewhere. Everything's dolphin. Our boat is dolphins. The golf cart is dolphins. Always something somewhere.
that's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I need to get a boat when I move to Florida.
I just got a little truck that's dolphin stuff.
Well, that thing's a beast. That thing's awesome.
It is awesome, Papa Paul. It looks wonderful. And I got the license plate, the back plate. Of course, the vanity plate too, but I got the license plate. I've had it for a while. My husband has the license plate as well. You'll be surprised though, Derek. Florida's not all that dolphin friendly. Where you are, it's going to be jaguars. Another huge part of the state is a lot of Buccaneers. And then all the people that move down here, they're all about their other teams and they don't support Florida stuff. So don't be looking for dolphin love where you are.
Heck, I know it's bad. You got to go basically to Canesware just to get anything.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. One thing about Jacksonville, it is Gator country in Jacksonville. That's the only good taste they have.
Yeah.
Gator country. That's right. Gator chomp.
Well, since we don't have a whole lot of news, we'll go ahead and call it a night, folks. We appreciate every one of y'all. Appreciate you joining us last minute, Shake, and telling us about your upcoming show with Ollie the Persian on Thursday, right?
Yes. Appreciate you.
And wrestling on Saturday morning at what time, Winners?
11 a.m. 11 a.m. on the Fence tailgate.
Anybody else have anything to say?
Winners, just send me that link for that AEW wrestling so I can watch the pay-per-view. And then
No problem. I got you.
And then thanks for everybody tuning in and supporting the show. And Papa Paul, thanks and Winners starting this all up. And everybody have a great night and peace, love, fins up.
Peace, love, fins up. All good to see everybody.
Fins up, guys.
Right, have a good night, people.
Have a you too.
Peace.